Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, Charles Boda.
Hi, folks.
Jackie Gailey.
Hi, guys.
And Steve Porter.
Hello.
And off camera, back in the corner in the shadows, our very own Craig Williams. We're doing it from the studio this week, mainly because I was sick last week, and we didn't get a chance to record anything, so we need something to go up this week. Mm-hmm. So figured this is one way to make sure. Now, we will be in the parks. I will be in the parks this week, and we'll probably throw something in the can Wednesday or Thursday, but this is easier.
Yeah.
So, all right, Steve, you came up with an idea for a show that I really like.
Yeah, I was brainstorming around, and I thought, what about character dining experiences that we wish were at Walt Disney World? So this can be really blue sky, anything you want, even if you can't think of a location for it to go exactly. I'll give you bonus points if you do have a location, but
We're giving out points too.
Yeah. But yeah, so one of the ones I thought of right off the top was they had a Tiana's Riverboat ice cream party a little while back, and I think it would be really cool if they had it as a sit-down dining experience, not just like ice cream.
Well, I'll tell you, we just came off, Charles Rhino and I just came off the Wonder. Mm-hmm. And they have Tianas Place, one of the restaurants on the Wonder. That used to be Parrot Key, which was like kind of gaudy tropical theme. They did such an amazing job with this, and I was thinking while we were in there, because they had this the Louisiana band playing, and the woman doing Tiana, probably one of the most gorgeous human beings I've ever seen in real life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they really should have this at Walt Disney World. And the food was phenomenal, too.
And the level of theming to entertainment was really cool. Like they there's a jazz band in the background playing at a level where it's entertaining, but you can still have a conversation. And the theming is like fun New Orleans, not over the top, but not subtle either. Like, is one of my top places, I think, if you were to add everything in property and then on the ships on there. It's like clearly one of the coolest themed without being ridiculous or over the top.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Okay.
Can we change boat rides to this?
Oh my God, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Could we please do that?
Change boat rides. Oh,
Done.
That would work.
Your wish is granted.
Even though French Quarter is really the
It would be
Louisiana,
better,
it would
but-
probably fit more there.
Yeah.
But to do something at boat rides, I mean, because there was a sit-down restaurant at French Quarter for a long time. They eventually closed it.
Yeah.
Bring it back and make it Tiana's Place. I think that
That'd
would
be cool.
be
Yeah.
that would be awesome. What are some of the other ideas we have for character experiences we wish Disney would do? Character meals we wish they would
Charles,
do.
you want to go?
Yeah, sure. So there's something, and it's not. I want a dining package, I guess. I want an attraction-based dining package where I'll just give you an example because it's easier to explain that way. Let's say there's a Buzz Lightyear dining package, and so I get in the package. I get fast passes for Buzz in the Magic Kingdom, right? And then go on there, ride it, and then after I get off, I get a character meal with Buzz. Right? So, one or two characters, maybe throwing some extra Toy Story characters in there and stuff, some green aliens, what have you, but something attraction themed, because there's a disconnect between the characters that you see and then the attractions that are in there. And you could keep it at the same place, but have it operate seasonally. So let's say during the Halloween months around fall, you've got a Haunted Mansion dining package, right? You get fast passes for Haunted Mansion, and then after you get done, you get to sit down and eat, subtle changes in theming at whatever restaurant they have. And then you get to eat and take pictures with the bride and the Hatbox Ghost and everything like that. Throw some gravediggers in there.
You want to talk about ADRs that would be impossible to get?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
If they did this?
Yeah. And you could do it at multiple parks. The more like intellectual property and stuff, one that I really want to see, and I'm surprised that it's not there, is during the summer, 3 months, have a Pirates of the Caribbean one. you get fast passes for pirates, and then you get Jack Sparrow and Barbossa and all of the different Red, all of the characters from that. And so it will be dining packages that are like, it's not just intellectual property, it's attraction specific, and that seems really fun to me.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I think that I'm like excited just hearing you talk about it, and they would and they wouldn't have to like dedicate a restaurant permanently to Haunted Mansion.
Exactly.
They could change this out, depending on which attraction. So if it's in the Magic Kingdom, if it's Pirates, if it's Haunted, Small World. I don't know. I don't know how you do Small World, but
I think you get some people planning their visits specifically on those packages.
Oh, yeah. I think so, too. Especially if it comes with the Fast Pass. That alone, I think, would get a lot of people excited.
And they're looking for premium experiences. They're looking, God knows. So Disney, by all means, please
steal
this idea. We won't come after you. I would love to see that happen. And it would add a level of detail to the experience that I'm used to getting when I go out to California.
Yeah.
It would be almost like a fan favorite type of thing. I think
merch, specialty drinks and beverages and stuff.
You could get away
package thing.
You could get away with charging $60, $75 a person.
Oh yeah,
for this, and you would sell out of them instantaneously. If you're repurposing obviously an existing space or an existing restaurant. I mean, Tortuga Tavern is closed most of the time. Why not repurpose that? I mean, I love Tortuga Tavern when it's open, but you could repurpose that space to make it a buffet meal.
Oh, yeah.
And
the only downside I could see to that is it is mostly outside, and I don't know if in the summer months people are going to want to pay $75 for.
Well, but you get the idea that you could repurpose an existing space.
I think my vote would be. I know Winnie the Pooh fans will disagree, but I think Crystal Palace would be a great space in the Magic Kingdom because it's not really themed as anything in particular. It's not, and it's in the hub, so it's kind of centralized. So it kind of work off of any of the rides.
You can redecorate pretty easily on the interior without throwing anything off.
Right. Another that I had was the Country Bears are now kind of wandering around Frontierland. I think it would be cool if they actually had a meet and greet within the Diamond Horseshoe, or the Diamond Horseshoe. Is it Diamond or Golden?
Golden Horseshoe.
Golden Horseshoe. I always get confused. I think that the Country Bear Jamboree fans out there would be all about that. Similarly to the Fast Pass experience, although I think that's a notch above this one.
Well, because let's be honest, that the character experiences that exist are very, very limited. I mean, really and truly. It's the Fab Five, Chip and Dale. You don't. Here, Disney has this. Like, I know that they did at Sci-Fi Dine-In. They did a Star Wars.
Oh yes.
Themed meal, a character meal, and the food sucked, but the characters were fantastic. You had stormtroopers walking around. You had the Jawas walking around. It was really, really cool. So they could absolutely do this.
Yeah, I mean, another that I thought of was a Pixar character dining experience, because there's not a lot. Again, there's, like you said, the library. They're not using
a much better use of Pizza Rizzo.
Oh yeah,
a much better use of Pizza Rizzo.
Yeah, I like the idea of Incredibles family dining. The second you said Pixar, I was like, oh, okay, do something with that. It's still very homey vibe and very fun, like all ages family friendly kind of thing. People love their pictures with that. So
yeah, especially with,
what about like a Muppets themed meal?
That would be cool, but I don't. Are they going to have the creepy giant Muppets, or are they going to have the real Muppets? How are they going to do that?
Have them behind a bar.
Well, okay, no, they you could have like Kermit and Miss Piggy. Think about what they do with Remy at the France Pavilion.
Yeah,
they have him come around on the cart, and you have those experience. You have that interaction with Remy. Imagineering could figure this out.
Yeah, and then up in the balcony, like above the restaurant, you can have Statler and Waldorf making fun of the guests.
That would be pretty good.
That would be hilarious. I want that job.
Yeah.
I want that job.
That would be really funny.
All right.
See,
So what?
when I was thinking that it would be fun to have a whole Inside Out thing in either the Odyssey or even the Festival Center that they don't use very often.
And it would be,
I was thinking that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, that'd be a cool throwback to the fact that it was the Wonders of Life Pavilion, which is what kind of along the same lines of Inside Out.
Inside Out is such a cool. It's such a cool movie, and so many people relate to those characters. So it would be really fun posing with those characters and making those faces and sadness, and they're adorable. And
and it also would give them the opportunity to expand, because right now it's just joy and sadness, and maybe if they did that, they could add anger and disgust and fear. So that would be cool.
Fun.
I can help with that. Anger, disgust, and fear, right up my alley.
And they could call it the
Pete Werner Character Dining Experience.
What's the new attraction coming to Disneyland, to California Adventure? Oh my gosh. I have to find it. I'll find
Emotional Whirlwinds.
Yes. There you go.
Thank you.
We should totally have that.
Thank you, Craig.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh
God, there are so many.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's not the Golden Horseshoe is in Disneyland. Diamond is here.
It's Diamond Horseshoe here.
Diamond.
I'm thinking.
Okay. I always get them confused, no matter how many times. I can be looking at the sign and be like, oh yeah.
The only way I remember that is we were at Disneyland for the 50th, and so the 50th is the golden anniversary. So that's how I.
And they're already doing. I mean, that's already like a meal option. It's a family style meal option, like Liberty Tree Tavern. At Diamond Horseshoe. So it would add characters, and they add the country bears in there.
Yeah,
that'd be so cool.
Slap another $15 on the price, and nobody's going to be complaining.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Well, I mean, in that same location,
because the food was good. I've eaten there a couple times. It's always been very good.
I know we had mentioned Pixar characters, and you could also throw the. Woody and Jesse and do like a Woody's Roundup stage show, because the stage is still there. That would be really cool.
That would be fun.
And appropriately located.
Yeah. There's so many.
Why aren't they doing this?
Yeah, it does seem like the minute you open this can of worms, like
all of a sudden, because like when you first mentioned it, I'm like, oh, I don't know, and now it's like,
right.
It's like a rush of ideas.
Yeah, there's so many. There's so many movies. There's so many.
And also,
meals are so popular.
I think if they were to do something like this, it would be such a huge nod to the hardcore fans.
It would,
because this has hardcore fan written all over it.
And it doesn't seem like it would be something very. I mean, some of them that we've mentioned.
They already have these characters at different points out and about.
It wouldn't be that expensive for them to do. I mean, you got to hire a couple other friends, but.
I have a theory of why they maybe don't. I feel like. Do you remember in The Incredibles where the little boy goes
Dash.
the other one, the one with the hair with the black and white costume, I can't remember his name, but he said when everyone's super, no one is. Remember that one?
Yeah.
So,
but these,
if there's too many, when is enough?
I think, but making them limited time, making these limited time experiences, so you're only doing this for a month or two, and then it's a different experience.
It's a different one. Yeah. That's true.
And you can do them in different parks.
Yeah.
And you can do them like, they have trouble filling Morocco, the restaurant Marrakesh in Morocco.
You throw Aladdin
put Aladdin and Jasmine in there.
Doing Aladdin, especially with the live action coming out in May, which we'll get into this we're recording this. This will go up after the Tuesday show, but I plan on talking about that trailer and why everybody's losing their mind because they bitched that Will Smith wasn't blue in the Entertainment Weekly cover back in December, and now he's too blue, and I'm like, shut the hell up, all
Nobody's ever happy.
I want to do one collective Disney fan slap.
I was expecting more of a cerulean, and he's like totally cobalt.
I know,
right?
See?
Exactly. All the wrong
and it's
blue.
Ruined your day completely. What are you ever going to do?
I got to tell you, that trailer made me very excited. I'm very excited for that movie.
It had the same effect on me.
He can disagree all he wants.
I was excited
but it's
too.
It's the death of magic and wonder back there. So I think it looked amazing. I'm very excited about it. But that's also probably one of my all-time favorite animated films.
I love Will Smith too. I mean, I watched it just on my computer. I didn't pull it up on the TV, so it didn't look.
She's got two things working here,
I know.
Miss Jackie. All right. So, any other ideas? Anything that we're not talking about?
I don't know. I think that kind of. I mean, I'm out of ideas, but I think that there's got to be more.
Then send us your ideas. podcast@disunplugged.com. What character? We have to come back and do this again.
Yeah.
What character experiences would you love to see? What character dining experiences would you love to see in the park? I think we're onto something here.
Yeah.
I think we're onto something here, and I think we should all start like sending these to Disney. You need to do this.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, just talking about it.
I think Charles, though, I'm everyone
Your attraction one
has great ideas, but I think Charles is.
That's the winner.
You know what?
I like that one.
I'm pretty confident about this. If there's a reason they don't do it, it's going to make me very sad. But I want this to happen so much.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Well, look, they did that Frozen dessert party where you got to ride on. You got to go ride on Frozen Ever After.
Mm-hmm.
So they sort of.
Well, Tables in Wonderland used to do some attraction type dining events. Like I remember it fondly now. They did a progressive dining experience inside the Great Movie Ride. Mm-hmm. Now you didn't ride the ride, but you walked through the ride, and like appetizers and drinks were served in the old New York scene.
That's cool.
And then your main course was done in the Western scene. And your dessert was done in Oz. But you walked the entire attraction.
That's awesome.
I would lose my mind.
It was insane, right? It was really cool.
Yeah.
And that was one of the best ones that they did.
I know I've always wanted to eat a shrimp cocktail next to a mannequin dressed like Johnny Weissmuller. So it's one of my dreams. I'm sad they don't offer that anymore.
So tell us what you think. What character dining experiences do you think Disney should be offering? We will definitely do this in a follow-up show in the future. So podcast@disunplugged.com. Just put character dining experiences in the subject line so we can spot it. Nice and easy. And that will do it for this episode of the Disney Dining Show. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again next week. Have a great week, everybody.